afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to my brand new talk show, Real Talk with Dia. I'm your host, Dia, and today we are entering and diving into an important and often debated topic: gender inequality. We often hear that we are making progress in gender equality, and yes, we have come a long way from women having more rights and opportunities than ever before, and men constantly trying to break out of their outdated stereotypes. But despite these positive changes, gender inequality still exists in many forms. For example, if a man and a woman went on a date, is it the responsibility of the man to pay the bill? Or is it the responsibility of the woman to take care of the household, despite both men and women having jobs? It is very important to have open discussions such as this, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. We are joined by a diverse and thoughtful panel of guests, starting from Dr. Su, who is a famous psychologist who just published his brand new book.
Dear audience, remember to buy my book.
Okay, Dr. Su, this is not your place to promote your book. You haven't paid me yet. Alright. Next up, we got Gen Z hyper Dylan, who is a social media influencer.
Hello everyone. I take a selfie.
Oh, okay, yes. Don't forget to tag me in your Instagram, Dylan. Alright. Last, but certainly not the least, we got Lee Hao Wen, who is a freelance artist.
Hello everyone. Hello.
Although I'm not sure what do you actually do. But that's fine. Let's not get into that. To the left of me, we are joined by three beautiful and independent women, starting from 1Z, who is a successful corporate manager. Next up, we got Yuk Ying, who is a university student activist that often fights for the rights of students. I really respect that, Yuk Ying. No problem. Lastly, we got Yu Kai Chen, who is a lifestyle blogger who just started a successful business. Since we have introduced all our guests, let's get straight into our first question. In today's world, do you think one gender has it easier than the other? Dr. Su, I would like to hear from your point of view.
Well, it depends on how you define easier. According to the social role theory by Alice Eagerly in the year 1987, it states that people tend to internalize gender roles. Women are more towards nurturing roles, while men are more towards leadership roles. Men are also told to hide their emotions, while women are allowed empathy. Men may have it easier in climbing ranks in companies, while women may find it challenging to climb the ranks. In the end, it's not about which gender has it easier. It's about the challenges that they face and how they overcome it.
That's an interesting point of view, Dr. Su. You are, I think, more towards traditional. Alright, let's hear it from you, 1Z.
First of all, I really do agree with what Dr. Su said just now. For me, it depends on the situation. For example, in my workplace, women still face challenges such as bias and underrepresentation in leading, while men also face pressures to always be strong and to provide. As we can all see, both women and men has our own struggles. So it's really about understanding the differences rather than deciding who has it easier.
Well said, 1Z, well said. And I would like to hear from you, Yu Ying. What do you think about this?
For me, I believe that one gender does not be easier than others. For example, women often face systemic issues such as pay gaps and limited access to reproductive health care. On the other hand, I totally agree with what Z points about men. They often experience high level of stress and mental health issues due to the pressure to meet societal expectations.
Hearing from all three of you, it is true. One gender does not have it easier than the other. Each of them have their own struggles. Now, since we've cleared that doubt, let's go to our second question. How do gender roles affect career choices and opportunities for men and women today? You Kai Chen, I would like to hear from you.
Honestly, as a female lifestyle blogger, I've seen gender roles shape career expectations. People love it when I post about beauty, home decor, or travel. But once I share about business or leadership, I receive comments like, stick to what you're good at. It clearly shows that women are still expected to stay in safe and caring roles like teaching or nursing, while men are encouraged to pursue status and high-paying jobs.
That's interesting. You have your own experience because you yourself have a business. Dylan, come on, Gen Z boy, you tell me your point of view, please.
So first of all, I actually agree with Kai-Chen's point. As an influencer, I actually saw a lot of this same pattern happening with the males too online. For example, when I keep scrolling on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, I saw quite a lot of posts that are kids promoting this kind of toxic masculine mindset to the younger generation. This could be bad for them because the younger generation are easily influenced by it. And so in the long run, they could actually, when they are trying to find a job, they could actually having a hard time to find it because of this mindset. And they could also miss quite a lot of opportunity because of this mindset. So I would say yes, the gender role are still affecting the opportunity on both sides of genders, even in online.
That's true, Dylan, because I myself have seen this toxic masculinity topic always talking about in social media. Well, let's hear from you, Lee Howard. What do you think about this?
Gender roles still have powerful influence on career choice. Remember, at a young age, boys and girls are often encouraged to pursue different interests. Boys are pushed towards STEM field like become a programmer or an engineer, while girls might be straight towards caregiving or creative roles like become a nurse or teacher. These shapes their confidence and decisions later in life.
Wait, what do you mean? You know that I'm a very famous manager?
Say what again? Oh, you're famous? I'm more famous than you.
Hey, what do you mean?
Calm down. Let's go for an ad break. Tired of your partner always grumbling or shouting at you? Or tired of your partner always catching the minute details about you? Introducing Equality Essentials. Spray the drama away because peace should be instant. I have shown you how to calm down these young, energetic fellows using this spray. Available for only RM 19.99 because equality shouldn't cost a thing. Now, let's go back to our talk show. Thirdly, what do social media and pop culture influence gender expectations? I'm interested to hear about this. What do you think, Dr. Su?
Definitely, the impact may be subtle but deep. According to the social learning theory by Albert Bandura in the year 1977, it states that people tend to learn by observations, or in layman terms, monkey see, monkey do. From social medias like Instagram and TikTok to K-dramas, we are often exposed to the image of a real man or an ideal woman about how they act, dress, and speak like. They are also influenced by the pop culture, especially the younger generations. In the end, without realizing, we tend to imitate these patterns simply because we are exposed to them.
Dr. Su, always you have a theory for each of your points. Hey, I'm not too smart as you. Okay, let's hear from Ng Yuk Ying.
In my opinion, social media and pop culture definitely influence gender expectations. Influencers and celebrities often promote idealized standards. For example, women are expected to be thin, faultless, and soft-spoken, while men are portrayed muscular, dominant, and emotionally reserved. I would like to ask you all a question. From movies and drama, how often do we see women are portrayed as love interests, caretaker, or overly emotional characters, while men are shown as strong and stoic heroes?
Ng Yuk Ying, it's what Indian dramas are always about. Don't worry. Alright, next up we got Lee Howard.
Totally yes, social media and culture have a big effect on gender expectations. They show us what men and women supposed to look like or how they should act. For example, girls might be feel pressure to look perfect, and boys might feel like they always have to act top.
That is true. Now, that's interesting. I did not know pop culture had this kind of effects. Now, lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to our last question of today. Probably one of the most important questions that needs to be answered. What do you think needs to change in society for gender equality to improve? 1Z, I would like to hear it from you.
I think the most realistic thing for us to do is to challenge those stereotypes. This means encouraging women to lead without being labeled bossy and allowing men to show emotions without being judged. On a practical level in the workplace, better parental leave policies, equal pay, and inclusive hiring can really make a difference.
That is true. Of course, you can see it because you yourself have your own experience because you are a corporate manager.
Yeah, true.
Yes. Dylan, we are back to you. I am interested what kind of solution that you might have.
Thank you, Dennis. So, in my opinion, just I want to say, we need to actually start to challenge this toxic culture that forms this stereotype. Nowadays, we are in the well-known digital era where the social media is a norm already. So we could actually use these platforms to our advantage. So first of all, we could actually use this social media to create a safe haven for those who are being discriminated. And second of all, we could actually use the platform again to spread out the awareness about this issue to the public and also the younger generation. At the same time, we can also promote the positive message of equality to everybody. And just so that the younger generation at the same time can also fix their own problem before it becomes a problem to the society. And so in the long run, there will be more progress, more equality, and then most importantly, more fairness to everybody. And that's my opinion on this thing.
That's a long and unique detail. That's interesting. You see, social media could be a solution. And you, as a social media influencer, will you be doing this?
Yes.
That's good, Dylan. That's good. Lastly, we got Yu Kai Chen. What do you think about this?
For me, real change starts with how we raise the next generation. I've heard moms in my society, in my community, saying things like, "My son helped with the laundry just because he's so sweet. No, he just being responsible." We need to start acting like basic responsibility is special when men do it. Also, instead of teaching girls to be nice and boys to be perfect, we should teach both to be thoughtful, brave, and equal. Gender equality is not just about the big policies, it's about the small things we do every day.
That's true. Back in my house, when my wife sits to clean the dishes and clean the toilet, I would not fight back because I know there will be some consequences. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to the last part of our talk show, the Q&A session. Do we have any questions from the audience?
What other people say or what other people think. Just do it because we only have one chance to live our life. Why not just live it to its fullest?
Just do it. You just promoted Nike without asking my question. Alright, it's fine, just do it. Now, we have a question from our lecturer. Do you have a question, please? Alright, okay. Today's discussion has shown that one gender doesn't make every easier than the other. It's about different pressures and barriers that both men and women face. True progress comes when we challenge stereotypes, change mindset, create spaces where everyone can be seen and heard. And of course, the most important thing, everyone should be respected equally. Change starts with all of us in small actions and big discussions such as these. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host Yanesh, and till next time, we'll meet you again.